everybody, welcome back. Welcome back on another day of the Astro Gravitational Report. Lots of things has been happening. As you see it, the changes are coming. So hopefully this is going to be much better because when I'm talking to you, you're also going to see somewhat. You are seeing it, the, the chart this way. Okay. Because everything is mirror when I see it. So the chart is going to be this way, and you're going to be seeing it, whatever it's going on, as I'm talking to you. The red lines, actually, on the chart, those are the intense energies. Those are the aspects, which is there are triggers, there are things that we have to face, we have to learn with those, the blue lines, okay, particularly, those are a synchronizations energy with this. And the green lines, it is a divine aspect of something that it's pointing out to us. What should we look from? Where should we go? So, with that being said, I want to say thank you guys for coming in. Clicks, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Hopefully, instead of being through the phone and flipping the phone left and right, I think this is much better setup for. So, with that being said, I'm going to be going into what's going happening today. I told you yesterday that in the end, of the chart, that's going to be where the moon is going to be squaring Mars, Neptune, and Saturn. So lack of action, we're going to have it. As I said, is going to come in. Lack of structure and the visions of what you need to be. And this is going to be affecting so much of the things because the inner work, this is where actually the moon it's going to be in about 2 days. We're going to see some that third quarter moon, which is going to be some very interesting because that is going to be squaring of you, your own self. It's going to be putting some a lot of the pressure of this new developed character that we were talking about, this new development that it has been coming in. And you're going to see some like the old self is trying to so hard to stay in the old structure, but the old structure is falling apart. Whatever the old structure to you is. As Venus, it is squaring Pluto. There is a lot of love and values that still affecting us. It's not going to be for for a long time. It's going to take some time for Venus to comes in a proper situations. But until we get there, we have to be one patience. Hi, Jolene. Glad to see you here. So right now, with all this that is gonna be coming in within us, the morning is gonna be start a little bit, kind of like you get used to it, to the energies. You get a little bit synchronized. You probably get a little bit more balance of the issues, situations, and so on through the changes event, and that energy is going to be basically pushed a little bit more. But the work that needs to be done, it's going to be putting some lots of pressure, since right in here, as we are talking about, right in here, that energy it is squaring the sun. The authority is like, I don't like this work. There is no growth. I don't like this authority. There is no growth. I don't like this personality. There is no growth. So this and on top of whatever the emotions, the override emotions are as the moon it's coming in to present it within us. This is beginning to put one. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what these visions are, and I don't know this new structure. Therefore, I'm afraid. I am scared. I don't know what I am doing. So this is going to be at 7 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, the energy is going to come in a little bit more. Better as we see in it that Uranus and the ascendant right in here is very, very beautiful. This beautiful trine right here with Pluto and the inner work and the sextiles towards Neptune, Saturn, and Mars. Mars is about, you're already feeling it, these energies of Mars. This is where you want to come in, but you gotta be very careful that the warrior is gonna be stepping into trying to controls everything, because when Mars is home, he's gonna be ruling pretty much everybody. Mars is gonna be ruling Chiron, is gonna be ruling the Sun, is gonna be ruling Saturn, is gonna be ruling Neptune, right? And but with this being said, where is the Mercury? Your mind, right? Where is the internal communications? They still at Pisces. Okay, so still have like a prematurity coming in into the new self, but without the energy. In a way, your mind is not there yet. All right, so 9 o'clock, we're gonna see some. The inner work is gonna be at Aquarius. Pretty much, I think is gonna be kind of like a normalizing. You're gonna feel, of course, certain things, certain pressures in there. Particularly that the moon that is a at 27 degrees. It is really exactly pretty much start putting pressures on who? On Mars, who is at 28 degrees. The duality is just going to be cranking it up. It's just going to put some pressures. And the reason is for this is not to have duality, but you to make up your mind. Where you want to go. You want to go to the left. You want to go to the right. You want to go to the old, to the new. You want to go forward. You want to evolve. You want to bring all experience from old and the new that it's coming in together for something even greater. So all this is going to be really, really challenging, because the ascendant that is at Gemini is going to be what? Squaring Mercury. Now, with this energy of squaring Mercury as the moon, it's going still without the duality is going to be over too much. We're going to see some later on at 10 o'clock how all this is going to start affecting, putting some pressure of emotions, of self, a lot of other things. But you need to look the divine changes that it's coming towards us. Okay, recently maybe you're experiencing a lots of all of a sudden changes, changes of how you feel, changes of expressions, lack of what? Stability, right? Because Uranus is already going out of Taurus. He's at the last degree, and we're going to start feeling these energies of what? Changing, okay? Changing friendshipness, changing some partnerships, changing some lots of things that all of a sudden comes out because of unprocessed things. Because these unprocessed things are still in where? Pisces. Okay? All right. So we're gonna see some break a little bit in the next hour. This is gonna be at 11 o'clock, as Jupiter is gonna be coming out. The Sun is gonna be like, it doesn't matter what you do or what's going on. You have to grow up, but you have to grow up first where? Into your mind. Learn how to communicate yourself. Learn how to talk about it. See the things that it's in with all this perspective. And we're going to see some this intense energies of the emotions right now, as the midheaven, Mercury, Mars, Neptune, and Saturn, they're all squaring the moon. So now everything is just comes over you because you haven't made up your mind. You have not deal any actions. You don't have a visions. Probably it's a lot of illusions that it's acting in there. There is no new structure, and you're going nuts because the work that it's there is asking you to look at it into this for. So a lot of these emotions is going to be really, really, really hot. And as we're talking about even the next hour, this energy of those emotions is going to be more even pressed. This is happening when you have a lots of things that are coming into one zodiac sign, because where the moon it's going to be coming in, it's beginning to square them online, like one after another, and you're like, man, what is going on with this day? It's going to be one of those days. We're also going to have a more rough time coming up as the moon is going to be passing through Capricorn. Capricorn, because this is going to be some general squares to everything that is it there at the Aries, and it's going to be beginning to opposing things that are at Cancer. Who's going to be feeling it? The cardinal zodiac signs. Those are Aries, those are Cancer, those are Libra, and of course a Capricorn. A lot of those things is just they're going to be coming and put so much pressure, as we going to see where the escape will be. Well, the escape is going to start coming in as the moon is going to be looking it more into meet the North Node to understand its own destiny. Okay, but we're going to see some of that energy much later on. We're going to start feeling that energy. You're going to be seeing it within. Ascendant that's going to be at Leo at 1 o'clock. This is the authority time. 1 o'clock, of course, that authority time is going to be coming in with that the sun, okay, squares still Jupiter. It's like I'm still not grown. I still do immature actions. I'm still not ready for this earth environment to look into of emotions of how did I develop and so on and so on. Venus is squaring the ascendant. That is the ego is kind of like I wasn't loved, so therefore nobody loves me. You gotta be very careful with this because also the ascendant is opposing Pluto. Okay, so with this going on, Uranus is beginning 150 degrees with the moon. It's gonna be like you're gonna go through hell, but you're going to change. Okay, you need to understand if there is no problem, there is no miracles, right? All right, 2 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Taurus squaring Pluto. Lack of the transformations, you're going to see it. What you have not changed, it doesn't matter if you're going to achieve it now or no or so on. At some point, it's going to come back to you. Okay, maybe not now anymore, maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next day, but you're going to be have to what? Face it. Okay, because you're gonna get to be a sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? And you all of a sudden it's like, you know what, I can go ahead and face it. All right, the next hour, this is gonna be at 3 o'clock. The inner work is gonna be at Taurus. At least some of the stuff at 3 o'clock, you're gonna be feeling like, okay, at least that I'm finishing job, I'm making the money, there is little stuff in there, at least something it's more positive. You're looking at within the process of this beautiful communications that is between Jupiter and Mercury. It's like, you need to grow. I mean, there is no other choice. Okay, there is no other choice because right now the moon, it says, like, is suppressing all actions, suppressing the visions because there may be illusions, suppressing Saturn because there is not enough learning of these new things. I'm afraid of the unknown. I want to control what I know. And that is a one thing in there that we are going to be facing it because Saturn is like, I'm bringing it to the new. I'm going to be teaching you already. You know the things. Question is would you do it, right? And we're going to see when Saturn is going to be joined with Mars because Mars is going to be very powerful. We're talking about he's going to, let's say, like normally Mars is by itself in Aries, is only him at home, right? By himself. But now he's gathering a team where there is a whole bunch of guys in there, right? And he's like, you guys are in my house. So we have to do the things what we have to do. And this is going to be, you got to be very careful. Where is your Neptune? How is it pointing out towards Aries? Where is your Saturn? How is it pointing out towards Aries? Where is your Sun related to Aries? Some of the people who are Aries, they're going to feel like, man, this energy is off the chart, deal. I mean, how I feel so good. A lot of the Aries, they're going to be feeling very great. Okay, be mindful if you are Capricorn or Cancer, you're going to feel like a 1/4 of this energy that is going to be affecting towards you in a negative way. If you're Libra, you are definitely gonna be like, oh my God, this is like a self-destruction mode, because all that energy is gonna be opposing into what? Into a relationship, because you want to establish your own self as a control. You want to be in a control. But if you want to be in a control, then you're trying to control what? Others. And that's what is the lessons between this Libra Aries situations. So if you have anything in Libra, you're definitely gonna feel like some of the energies are not quite all right. Okay, 4 o'clock. Center is gonna be with the South Node. We already got these energies of Virgo. It's a lot of organizations. You try to organize things, but Lilith is putting the shadows in there. Don't act in from your fears, because this Lilith, that it's Sagittarius, facing the fears. What's happening if you're reading the news? If you happen, in geopolitical stuff and so on, you have no controls over it. You have no controls over it. But what you can have controls over it and how you're taking it and understand what you can control is your reactions to it. You're gonna take the fears, then the fear is gonna be manifested, right? Instead of the dreams and the powers that you have in there from within you, you are gonna be feeling it. There's energies that are to be what? Processed. Okay, and that it comes in because the ascendant is trining Venus. Hi, Jolene. Yes, yeah, Aries is gonna be start feeling good, and particularly on the ninth, in there, because this is for the 8th, and I'm gonna see if I'm properly right. We're gonna see some at the end of the ninth that pretty much Mars is gonna be entering Aries, and this energy you are actually is gonna be like, you know what? I'm ready for the action. This is gonna be like I've been waiting for all my life for all this. I getting it all this that I need to be. So just make sure that you are waiting for this Mercury, learning the visions, learning the structure, thinking about you're the warrior. And now you're entering this alien planet or this alien ship. And before you start doing anything crazy and so on and so on, trying to fight, and that's like all in the protective mode, learn. Look what you see. Look the structure of that planet. Okay? Look at the structure of this ship before you start, shoot first, ask later, right? That's what Mars is the warrior archetype within you. So with all these energies, Mars is going to be working very well with Pluto and very well with Uranus. We're going to see some these sudden changes. It's like, you know what? I thought that I was, but I'm not. I have to take what? Actions. But action cannot be made until what? This duality is over. Yes, you have to make decisions of actions to be taken. All right, 5 o'clock. The ascendant still is going to be at Virgo. This is where we are opposing Mercury. A lot of the communications right now. Thank God we don't have any more the Moon square Mercury, right? And with these energies in there right now, Mercury is kind of like, okay, I see what I need to look for myself, but Jupiter is going to be the one that actually is going to help. Because you're going to see the issues from within. It's going to be connected to your inner work, but then it's going to lead you back into the issue. You have to look at, okay, what area of concern I need to grow in order with the society to get back into Mercury. So we see some this trine with Jupiter, how it's going to help, because that is also sextile from the ascendant. Basically, the visions that it's coming towards us, they are going to be leading to that growth. Why? Well, because Jupiter is going to be in the 10th house. This is where you are the pro of this. People who have Jupiter in 10th house, they have one mission to grow, whatever that growth it is. Okay? And this is what is very important. If you have Jupiter in the 10th house, God bless your soul. All right, but here is the problem, right? We're gonna see some this energy that it's gonna be coming in within us, and that energy, as we are talking about even yesterday, we're gonna see somehow this personality, this internal war from within. It's gonna lead to what? Internal war with everybody else. But you need to understand that Pluto, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, and Mars, they are a sextile. They are working under beneath the surface. They have a purpose. But if you're just looking at the top, on the surface, you're going to see some like nightmares and intense energies and so on. When you go underneath, you're going to be able to see, oh, this is teach me not to have, how I'm going to react on those energies, how I'm going to be. And this is why you're going to find out that in order you to grow up within yourself, particularly people who have done it, an extraordinary stuff. You know where the extraordinary stuff happen? In the worst, harsh environment. They don't happen in the comfort zone. And in those kind of like of energies, you are going to be doing some extraordinary work if you do something amazing. Okay, you're going to be totally, instead of destructions in all these energies that it's coming in, you're going to be what? Building, developing. This is not go against the flow. This is you doing something out of the norms, out of the order, and you're finding your extraordinary powers from within your own self, particularly what we're talking about up here. All right, 7 o'clock, the thing's gonna be start calming down. Of course, the ascendant that it's gonna be at Libra is gonna be pointing out together with Lilith about what we did not love. You need to understand what you love and what you don't love. You're gonna beginning to understand the power of love when you love the unlovable. Okay, all right. But also you have to be looking at within this energies like what beautiful can come with this. You need to understand that unhealed people looks for healer. There is this attractions in there. Okay, because healed people doesn't need healer. Unhealed people does not need unhealed people, right? So when you're looking at this kind of like a magnetic environment within this, you're gonna see some that at some point you have to learn how you to put this healed and unhealed patterns in you, okay? And this is gonna be leading into what? Loving your unhealed parts, loving your shadow. All right, keeping it going. 8 o'clock. We're gonna see some of the inner work at the beginning of Leo. It's opposing Pluto. We see some. The moon is at 3 degrees of Capricorn. Now we have lots of squares towards Mars, towards Saturn, towards Neptune. The moon is just cranking up that energies. But we see some also trine with Venus. It is sextiling with the North Node, and now with this love and values that we beginning to developing right now, we're seeing that we have to love that inner work in the soul that is being coming towards us. But the ascendant that is going to be at Libra is going to be opposing what? It's going to be opposing the Sun and Chiron. This is a like, I don't want to heal, I don't want to talk to our authoritative person, and I don't want to talk with the other things in there because I know there is not going to be a growth. And this is going to be the moments you have to really kind of like overcome within yourself. But you need to understand, don't go ahead and get that personal Aries energies. Because Aries likes to want put that energies towards, oh, they did not did it, the others did not, the others and the others. And nobody says anything about you, right? So particularly within your own self. So this is going to be some challenges for some people, but overall the energy is going to be pointing out to look your authority. All right, 9 o'clock. It's time to investigate it. Why certain things is not in balance. It's time to investigating this ship. It's time to investigate this planet. It's time to measure in there. Is there is a viruses and there is a bacteria. Is something's gonna make me sick, right? When you arrive in a new planet, right? And it's the same thing when you're arriving in the new house. Is where is this? Where is that? I want to know where the bathroom is. Want to know where this room is. I know, and so on and so on, right? It's the same thing. Okay, you have to investigate it, but that is also is gonna be like gonna keep you within you, as this pressure from Pluto is like you have not changed. You're still looking in the old ways. Maybe you have to looking at a different evolutionary process from within your own self. All right, 10 o'clock, we're going to see some ascendant. It's going to be opposing Venus. This is going to be like, oh, there is no love, there is no values, there is no need, and that's what the Scorpio energy says. But this is going to be some time that right now ascendant is trining Jupiter, and Jupiter is sextiling what? Venus. We're going to start seeing some more positiveness of the world, that you grew through the negative experience within yourself, and right now you're wondering what you should do, right? You're looking at that love and value. Is it properly built up? Is it properly is going to be? Can this love and values can help you to manifest in real life? Because you're going to see that with this energies currently the way the moon is, you can manifest two things: your deepest desires or your fears. Okay? It's the same amount of work. Okay? It's the same amount of work. All right, 11 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Scorpio still. Very beautiful trine with Mars and Neptune. It's kind of like the emotions of Scorpio is going to be, you know what, things can be okay as long you are learned and investigated from the truth of what it happens. It's going to help you to heal a lot of things and try not to do sudden changes. You have to be more what? Fixed. Scorpio is a fixed sign. Scorpio fixates it in one goal, and it's like the dog bites the bone. Okay, you become the enemy of Scorpio, you're gonna get it. If the Scorpio, it is kind of like marks you, like, you know what, Scorpio comes after you. That's how it goes. Pay attention, what do you have at Scorpio in particularly. But we're gonna see some that energy of the Scorpio. It is opposing Uranus, and it says like, you know what, you have to have a proper actions, proper visions, and a proper structure. Cannot be just like oh, I don't feel like this. Oh, maybe tomorrow, or maybe like this, and maybe like that, but nothing fixed. You need to understand. Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, okay, Taurus. I cannot have this duality. I need to fix things. Okay, so the fixed signs are very positive in a way, but when it comes to a change, they're horrible. I cannot change. All right, that's what we're talking about. Hi, and that's what it was, the astrogravitational report for today, and we're going to be showing up 7 o'clock in the morning at the ninth. And Jolene, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. May the force be with you, may the love be with you. All right. Well, what are we seeing here? Right, 7 o'clock in the morning. The moon is with pretty much with the north node. It's opposing Jupiter. You're not grow. You're still that childish mentality in there. This is gonna be where the moon. It's gonna be start putting some pressure to. Um, we're gonna see some later on when at the moon it's gonna be joined that spot of the inner work, which is gonna be putting today pressure into what? To the authority. The job is not done, the tips is not done, what kind of job was done, and so on and so on. Usually this kind of like of energy between Jupiter opposing Venus, not Venus, but the moon, that is a like the growth opposing the mother, and mother it's having a conflict with the father, right? There is this part of immaturity in the family, okay? But we're gonna be talking more about that mañana or tomorrow. Okay, guys? So that's all it was. I want to say thank you guys for the comments, for the clicks, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. And if using and those reports are helping you in your life, please come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report. Much love, guys, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow. And Jolene, happy birthday again.